Good morning, my dear students. Previously, we have studied how the Kite festival evolved over the period of time and how it is celebrated in Gujarat and more so in Ahmedabad. We also studied the meaning of Makar Sankranti and Uttarayan. Today, however, we will be studying the last bit of the chapter in detail and find out more about the festival. Before we begin the lesson, I want all of you to guess which is the festival that I have displayed over here. You must have seen this in a Bollywood movie called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. I'm sure some of you must have guessed it correctly, and for those who haven't, this is the La Tomatina festival, which is celebrated in Spain. It is very similar to the festival of Holi that is celebrated in India, except instead of colors, they use tomatoes. It is an international festival, and people from various other countries come together to celebrate this festival with great spirit and enthusiasm. Similarly, in India, the Gujarat State Tourism organizes the International Kite Festival, which allows many other countries to showcase their talent and skill. In the previous lesson, we had studied a bit about this international festival, and today we will be learning something more about this festival in this lesson. Now I will be reading the text and I want you to pay complete attention, alright? This popular festival attracts international kite flyers who demonstrate their skills in flying exotic kites and local champions as well. Little Indian paper kites compete with those from Japan, USA, UK, and other countries. Excited spectators watch in awe as marvelous shapes such as eagles and snakes soar into the skies. One of the highlights of this festival is the Patang or Kite Bazaar in the heart of Ahmedabad, which is open 24 hours a day for a whole week. A visit to this bazaar in the middle of the night is enough to prove that the entire city is obsessed with kites. People crowd the streets and buy their stocks, haggling through the night. Skilled craftsmen demonstrate age-old kite making skills and how to prepare the special threads used for kite flying. Mixtures of glue and ground glass cover the lines, which are dried and rolled into reels known as firkis. These lines are so sharp, carelessly used, they can cut a finger. The excitement does not end with nightfall. Now it is time for illuminated box kites, often strung on one line to be launched into the sky. Called tukkals, they add a grand beauty to the dark sky and compete with the brilliance of the stars. Great. So we have read this bit and I'd like you to answer these quick questions. Which are the countries with whom our Indian kites compete? Correct. Japan, USA, UK and other countries. What is the bazaar in the heart of Ahmedabad called? Correct. It is called the Patang Bazaar or the Kite Market. And the last question, what is the line or the thread made of? It is made up of mixtures of glue and ground glass. Awesome. You all have been learning everything very quickly and efficiently. So on that note, may I ask Candida to read the first subunit for me? Thank you so much, Candida. Very well read. So children, there's a word in your passage which means foreign or far away. That's correct. The word is exotic. So international kite flyers from USA, UK, Japan come to India to showcase their talent, to demonstrate their skills and compete with the Indian paper kites. Little Indian paper kites. Now there's another word in the passage which means wonder or amazement, just like this emoji. That's correct. The word is awe. Now, why do you think that the spectators are in awe or are in this wonder or amazement of this sight? I'll tell you. It is because it happens with us too, right? When we see something that is very different, something that we've never seen before, we are also amazed. Similarly, the spectators are also in awe of these marvelous shapes of eagles and snakes which soar in the skies. In this paragraph, we see a description of the Patang Bazaar or the Kite Bazaar. So it is said that the market remains open for 24 hours a day for an entire week. Now, tell me quickly, how many hours in total does the market remain open then? That's correct. For 168 hours. This means that people were completely, totally occupied with kites and the festive season. There's a word in the passage which denotes that. What is that word? Correct. Obsessed. To be obsessed means to be completely occupied with something. Now I want Sharil to make a sentence with the same word. Can you try, Sharil? That's a very nice sentence. Thank you very much, Sharil. Good job. Now, can you think of any other market that remains open for long hours? Some of you might have guessed uh, that there are bazaars during the holy month of Ramazan, and even during Navratri we see markets are run in full fledged and are extremely crowded, right? However, nowadays due to the pandemic we realize how much we miss spending time shopping and having fun and getting the feel of celebration. But we see such markets being open throughout months and weeks at a stretch for the celebration of any kind of festival, right? Now there's a word in the passage which means to bargain. If you couldn't guess, the word which means to bargain is to haggle. So the people in the market are seen haggling for their stocks of kite throughout the night. They are bargaining for the stocks. They don't buy one or two kites. They buy stocks and stocks of kites to celebrate the 1 or 2 day festival that they love celebrating. Alright? Now students, I want you to identify the main idea of this subunit. Is it grandeur of the festival? Is it exotic kites? Or is it the Patang Bazaar? What do you think is the theme prevalent in the subunit? It is of course the grandeur of the festival. So students, before we indulge into the study of the second subunit, let's watch a quick video.
Hi guys! So today we're here for an Indigo block printing tour with walk and pedal tours. Now they do customized tours for like arts and crafts, cultural tours. You can get in touch with them and customize your tour. I was very keen to see how they make these, so let's go. Come on. Hi.
Welcome to Udaipur. Nice to have you up here.
Nice to meet
I'll
you.
just take you up through this entire block printing joint.
Okay.
By the name of Avaran. And actually we conduct few activities in the city. So this is one of them. This falls under art and craft group. So this is a joint where there are local people employed in doing the whole process. So I'll take you up through the steps. Please. they have to lay these cloths, entire cloths by themselves, and then they do.
So it all starts with white cloth.
It starts with white cloth. Then this
Wow.
is a special mud which they use, procured from a river near Baswada, and apart from that, they use glue and lime in
Okay.
it so that it sticks onto it. And they have to churn it so that the mud becomes very minute, so that it doesn't smudge. on the
Doesn't
cloth.
smudge, right? You can tell it's very clear and yeah, there's not a single smudge.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are different kinds of designs that they have bulk orders.
Right.
So this is again on white cloth.
Oh, so this is the outline.
Yeah. This brings up the outline.
Wow, but how does he get it over each one exactly?
That's their hand practice.
Wow.
Doing it since many years now. This is brilliant.
Means it doesn't even move, like it's not even like that much outside, is it?
Yeah, because once it was done white over there, that didn't seem
Yeah.
that much. So
Yeah, you can't tell there, but this is even more precise.
Okay, students, so you must have enjoyed that craft a lot. I am so sure. I didn't want to stop the video myself. This is an art form found in Jaipur or Udaipur, as we saw, and it's a handprint requiring a lot of precision and talent. Similarly, during this festival, skilled craftsmen show the age-old kite making skills and the preparation of this special thread. Now, what is that thread made up of? We have discussed this in the previous lessons too. And that's right, the thread is made up of glue and glass, which is also mentioned over here. Why is it made up of glass? Yes, to cut the kite of the rival. These rolls of thread are called firkis in the native language. Now there's a word in the passage which means to light up. What is that word? You're right. The word is illuminate. When the day comes to an end, the people of Gujarat illuminate these box kites, which look like this, and launch them into the sky. These are called tukkals in the native language. Here it is said that tukkals compete with the brilliance of the stars. Now, do you think that there's anything brighter than the stars? No, right? But still, the author has used such a sentence here. He has tried to exaggerate the idea of these illuminated box kites in the sky and uses the figure of speech called. That's right. He uses hyperbole. For those of you who don't know, hyperbole means when a sentence or when an idea is exaggerated. Here, these tukkals or box kites are exaggerated to the brilliance of the stars. It is said that these box kites or tukkals compete with the brilliance of the stars. Now, students, tell me what could be the main idea of this subunit. Is it the native names of prominence, that is tukkals and firki? Is it the craftsmanship, or is it the end of festival? Now you must think that all these three are specified in some or the other way in the subunit. But I feel that the native names of prominence are more important because they haven't been mentioned in the text before. Now students, what do you think could be the central idea of this unit that we studied? It's very simple. It's nothing but the celebration of the festival, that how it is celebrated, how even the craftsmen are, ready to showcase their skills, and how people are obsessed with buying different kinds of kites, and how the festival even by the end of the day looks so bright and beautiful. Okay, so the central idea is the celebration of the festival. Do you think Uttarayan is only celebrated in Gujarat? No, it is not so. Apart from Gujarat, Uttarayan is also celebrated in Punjab, in Jaipur, and even in Telangana. It is believed that the idea of flying kites was brought to India by Muslims from Persia who thought of it as an entertaining sport. Uh, so we understand children. First of all, isn't that very interesting? Okay. We understand children that in spite of being a diverse country, India reflects a very common cultural heritage, because no matter how diverse we are always united with culture and tradition, and we have a lot of things in common. So what do you think that you can do to inculcate these feelings of oneness and pride among your friends and family? I'm sure you must have a lot of ideas, but something I would like to share with you all is making slogans or talking to everyone about it. Just mere talking can help bring a lot of change. Talking to your friends, talking to your family about how we are united as a nation and how we have a common cultural heritage, right? So, finally, to summarize uh, about the Kite Festival, today we studied main ideas being grandeur of the festival and native names of prominence, central idea being the celebration of the Kite Festival, and we also studied a few new words, that is exotic, awe, obsessed or obsess, haggle, and illuminated. Before we come to the end of this lesson, I would like to give you an assignment, that is to write an essay on the boons and banes of your favorite festival, that is the advantages or the nice things and the bad things of your favorite festival. Okay, so this is how we come to the end of this chapter. Thank you so much.